Alright, so today what we're going to do is do a small piece of epoxy. First, what we're going to do is mix our part B and part A. Actually, it's part A and part B. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Alright, so now we're going to do part B. So part A is a little bit thicker, so it takes a lot longer. So there we go. So that's a 1-to-1 ratio. Now what we're going to do is mix it on our lowest setting. Alright, so we've mixed this guy for about 3 minutes. So now what we're going to do is put him over to this can. And the reason we're going to do this is because there's a lot left on the edges. And that stuff usually doesn't mix that well. So you want to make sure that stuff mixes in there. Very good. So that way you don't get any sticky spots or any soft spots in the curing process. So it's better to just use 2 cans to mix. And then mix that for another minute. And then that way we know everything's thoroughly mixed. So we'll go ahead and mix this guy for about a minute, and then we're going to mix in our colors. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to mix our epoxies. We're going to use a white, a black, a light gray, and a dark gray. And so what we'll do is we'll try to mix them about evenly. Throw some clear epoxy in there. Throw some in there. Throw some in here. That way it's about even. Alright. We're going to start with our whites. So you just spray it in there. Just mix them up. There's our white. Next we'll do grape. This is our dark gray. And honestly, you could pick your colors, any colors you want. You could even get some metallic spray paints and throw them in there. There it is. It's our dark gray. Now we'll go with our black. Looks really good. And after this black, we'll go with our light gray. Now after you got them all mixed up, you could, all you're gonna do is do a little pour. So you just pour them down. Put a little gray up in there. Some white. Some gray. Or even, you could even throw a little spray paint up in there. A little white. Some more black. Put some gray. Put some light gray. Throw some white. Put a little more spray paint up in there. It's light gray in there. And finally, just add this last little bit of white. And there it is. This is our color. So let's go ahead and have some fun. Alright, so we're gonna redo this part in the bathroom. So all we're gonna do is just pour it. I resanded it because what had happened, some of the epoxy we used hardened up real quick. It had a reaction that I don't know why it did that, but it started getting real hot and it started smoking. So when we poured that in there, it didn't mesh right with all the other epoxy that didn't do that. So it was kind of uneven. So what I'm gonna do, instead of putting the top coat, because I don't really like how the layout was, we'll just re-pour it. Alright? So that's what's pretty cool about epoxy, that you're able to do that. So here we go. Alright, so now we'll just let it do what it's gonna do. I'm gonna help it out a little bit by filling these spots out. Alright, so I think that's good. So let's see how that comes out, and here in a little while what we're going to do is we'll let this pull over so that way it can drip down and get our edges. We'll wait about, we'll kind of look at it. When we're able to pull this tape and it doesn't stick to it and it doesn't want to just drip over, it kind of holds. That's when we'll let go of the tape and let it start dripping down. So we'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, so now what we're going to do is take out the bubbles. If you can see here, you can see little bubbles. And you could either do it using alcohol, isopropyl. You want to use 91% or higher, not the 81% or 70%, none of that stuff. You want to go with something higher, or you could use a heat gun or a torch. And all you're going to do is just run your torch along it like this. That's going to pop those bubbles. You want to get all the bubbles popped. You can see it popping. You want to get all those little air bubbles out. You run it all across there nice and even. There we go.